This will be my special occasion speech. I'm going to do an award acceptance. Well, good evening, and I thank you very much. I'd first like to thank Chief Armstrong for that wonderful introduction, and also Captain Angel and all of the supervisors and my fellow dispatchers for their nomination and support for this award. I'm humbled and honored to receive the Training Dispatcher of the Year. I'd like to thank both the command staff and my peers. As Chief Armstrong said, my name is Helena Roush, and I've been a dispatcher for about 15 years. I'd first like to give a little bit of history with the department and the various training processes that have happened while I've been there. I came into this job with no experience, no expectations, and little knowledge of what needed to be done. When I started, there was no structured training. Everything just seemed to be thrown at you, and it was very, very overwhelming. There were 10 codes and J codes, districts, divisions, streets, personnel, general orders, policies, equipment, software, computers, NCIC, alert, everything at once, and you just kind of got it all thrown at you. After about a month of my on-the-job training, I went into the only structured part of training that they had, which was APCO training, and it lasted about 2 weeks. And when I completed that, I was told I was a certified telecommunicator. I was also certified in fire dispatch, and I was a certified training officer, but I wasn't trained yet. So that didn't quite make sense to me. After a couple more months of disheveled training, my trainer had to be lead dispatcher that day, be supervisor, so she set me by myself for the first time and just kind of monitored me. She had to leave the room for a few minutes, and she came back and said, "Who's in pursuit?" And everybody said, "Your trainee." And sure enough, my officers were in vehicle pursuit and followed quickly by foot pursuit. And she seen that I handled it correctly, and she told me, "Well, tomorrow you will be released." I hadn't ever done quite a few things that a dispatcher should do. I had never entered a missing person. I had never entered a stolen auto by myself. I had never entered information into confirmed warrants through NCIC, but I was going to have to do that. So that next day I came in a couple hours early, sat down next to a seasoned dispatcher and had her highlight where I would need to enter information, and away I went. Probably not the best way for a training process, but it happened. Within the next year, I was asked to start training new employees, but there still was no structured program, so I decided I would make my own book. I designed my own training manual with information, forms, maps, quizzes, to be able to show progress to both the trainee and to the supervisors, and also to make myself and the trainees more accountable. I always felt and told the trainees that it's not my job to prove to anyone that you can't do this job. It's my job to give you the confidence and the ability to prove that you can. As a result of my own personal manual, I was given the opportunity to make books full of information needed at every single console in the room, so everyone would have access to the most current and correct information. I received lots of positive feedback and responses from my fellow dispatchers and supervisors. This led to my idea to create a training committee, which I formed consisting of one person from each shift and a supervisor. First, we met every week, and we developed a standardized program with evaluation forms with goals and objectives that could be measured on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. We also made a training book that was given to each and every trainee with information that they would be responsible for, with standardized quizzes and exams and forms that before were just made by an individual trainer basis. Everybody had different stuff going around. We also created different phases of training, where one phase would then lead to the next. It wasn't you just got bumped from here to there as you progressed. We also made it qualifications just to be a trainer. You had to take some classes and also take an exam. Our goal was to make both the trainees and the trainers accountable, to have better quality dispatchers, to have more knowledgeable dispatchers, and to have a paper trail of documentation in case someone wasn't going to make it. They couldn't come back and sue and say, "You didn't give me the opportunity you gave her, or you gave her or him. We gave you everyone the same opportunity, you kind of didn't cut it." But overall, the program has worked wonderfully. We currently have a success rate of about 92%, and I feel we have a higher quality dispatchers with more knowledge, and they're more prepared for the daily job. I'm very proud to have helped implement the program and continue to contribute to it, not only as on the board, but also with the trainees that I train personally. My main goal has always been to feel confident in the person that I've trusted as a dispatcher can and will be able to provide the best possible service to the citizens and the law enforcement that we serve. I want to know our citizens and our officers are safe, and with this program I do. I want to thank you again for this wonderful award. I'm both honored and humbled, and I hope to continue serving this department and community, and thank you very much.
5:45 exactly.
They were knocking.
You were knocking?
Yeah.
Knocking at the